Over the past few days, some interesting news about the Game of Thrones universe has emerged. From details from the filming set of the House of the Dragon, which point to a new battle, to the desire of one of the actors of Game of Thrones to return to Westeros. The possible return of Ned Stark. In this video, we will be talking about the most important news of this universe. And for more videos with theories, news, and stories of Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.
Estás en Oasis Geek.
The first news comes from winteriscoming.net, where they revealed information from the filming set of the second season of The House of the Dragon, where it is thought that they will begin filming scenes of a great battle. The news reads as follows. HBO is currently filming the second season of The House of the Dragon, the Game of Thrones prequel series about a brutal Targaryen family civil war. HBO recently completed filming some scenes in Spain, but there's still a lot to do. Much of the filming will take place at Leavesden Film Studios in the southeast of England, but there will also be other filming at off-site locations. For example, we have known for some time that the House of the Dragon crew will be filming some scenes in Wales. Now we have more details about it. On Twitter, the user Westerosis noticed an ad looking for extras. The ad doesn't mention the name The House of the Dragon, but it's pretty clear what it's about. Below, you can read the ad. HBO is looking for amputees for an exciting new project codenamed Red Gun 2, to be filmed in North Wales this summer. All filming days will be paid, and no previous experience on a film set is necessary. We are looking for men between the ages of 18 and 55, and all looks welcome. Filming will take place in North Wales during the summer of 2023. If selected by the director, it is likely that you will only be needed for a few days within this period, making working as an extra easy to fit in alongside other commitments. While we can't reveal too much at this stage, we can say this is an amazing opportunity to work on set and to be part of a very special production. Red Gun was the codename for the first season of The House of the Dragon. So Red Gun 2, well, it's not hard to imagine. This news was later picked up by a local media outlet, Barry and District News. This news is interesting, as many people have stated that the reason HBO is looking for people with amputations is to do authentic depictions of a battle, which could point to a big battle scene for the next season. The next news comes from comicbook.com, where Olivia Cook's take on her character of Alicent Hightower was shown. Part of the news reads as follows. Olivia Cook addressed the criticism of her character. "If you did dislike my character, that's so fine," Cook explained. "I don't want to play characters that have to be like universally. That's sort of like the beauty of what we do. Everyone is so moved and projects so much stuff in so many different ways. I am fully aware that Alicent is a bit like Marmite. I had it last night at the pub. Some woman came up to me and was like, 'You're the girl in House of the Dragon, your character is such a C-word.' I just gotta be like, 'Oh, okay, thanks, have a good night.'" She continued, "You're making people feel, and I guess there's some sort of impact that the story and the arc is pushing through. I'm able to compartmentalize and put that experience away, even though it's sort of opened back up and we're shooting season 2. I'm learning to have a bit more of a rhino skin, so I don't really take it personally. I know she's not the heroine. I went into that knowing that she's a very flawed person, and she's full of all these different complexities." What Olivia mentions responds to a psychological phenomenon of some television viewers, who begin to blur the difference between fantasy and reality, and begin to harass the actors, or insult them for their performances. There have been occasions on which there have even been attempts to cancel people because of the actions of their characters. Unfortunately, many people cannot separate one thing from the other. In any case, we should be happy with these actors, who are transformed into such cruel villains. Alicent's case is a different one, though. So far she is shown to be willing to fight for her own interests, but she is not a cruel villain without remorse. And the latest news is about Ned Stark's return to the Game of Thrones universe. This news comes to us from the site Screen Rant, which interviewed Sean Bean, who played Ned Stark in the first season of Game of Thrones. Part of the news reads as follows. During a recent exclusive interview with Screen Rant to talk about Knights of the Zodiac, Sean Bean opened up about a possible return to Game of Thrones. After confessing that he has yet to watch the House of the Dragon prequel series, the actor confirmed that he would be interested in returning to his role as Ned Stark if the opportunity arose. Below, you can see what Bean had to say. I don't know if he'd ever be incorporated again. I'm not that clued up about the following for House of the Dragon. I've heard it's really good. I'm going to try to see that at some point. But yeah, it's always nice to think that you could be involved in some way in such a great series, something that became worldwide. I don't think at the time, we knew with Lord of the Rings how big that was going to turn out, and it was the same with Game of Thrones. If I'm ever asked again, it would be nice to be involved in some way. But then, how could Ned Stark return? Obviously, he lost his life during the first season, and resurrecting him in the Jon Snow series would make no sense, which is why Ned could return in 3 different ways. The first is that he appears in some sort of dream sequence of Jon Snow, or if a prequel to the story of Robert's Rebellion is created, but using technology to rejuvenate Ned Stark, and the third possibility is that an animated film of Robert's Rebellion is created, where the actor's voice could be used. I think that if this actor is willing, we could see him back in the future. But tell me, what are your thoughts on this news? Do you think we will see Ned Stark again? For more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on the Oasis Geek.